Oh, well, hello there. Is there a little spirit here in my study? I believe there is, yes. There's a little orange spirit right before me named Whitmore. Well, welcome. Oh, my goodness, and you've brought friends. Hello, everyone. Yes. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Charles, and I'm very glad you are here. Oh, my goodness, there's so many of you. Well, you see, I am a writer by trade, and, well, I'm so very glad you're here, because normally I am exchanging written missives back and forth in a kind of void. Yes, ocular migraine. You may be able to identify. Well, tonight I'm giving one of my recitals, but it's going to be a bit different. Over here, this is a piece of technology that is going to be part of the performance, of a kind. Oh yes, Harriet, are you investigating the inside? Wonderful use of your spirit power. This is known as the magic lantern. And this is a wonderful device that I remember from my youth, where a storyteller would tell the children such yarns, accompanied by paintings of light. Yes, I know. Storm, yes, it is quite lovely. And over here there's another piece of technology, a bit different, known as the stereoscope. And I don't know if you've ever used it. I've used it once or twice. But it allows you to see photography in 3 dimensions. Huh, I know. What an invention, yes. In fact, there's even a portrait of me that you can see 3-dimensionally. Well, tonight's performance will be a kind of stereoscopic magic lantern show. Is everyone understanding? Does that make sense? Ah, good. Good. All right. Well, Wit understands, and a few more of you. I can't hear you, but I can see you raising your a head of a sort, up and down, or back, or side to side. So we can communicate. Oh, look at all these positive spirits. Wonderful. Well, allow me, since you are visiting me, incarnated as a spirit this evening, let me teach you how to be one. In order to move about, you use your thumb, press forward in a sort of control fashion to control your locomotion. So what you're going to do is, yes, there you are, you can move about. Now, that's spirit locomotion of the first kind, number 1. Oh, hello, Angela. Looks like you're doing quite well. Now, if you want to activate spirit locomotion number 2, an intermediate sort of version, you merely press down and begin your control like it was a button. All right, that will change your ability, and you can then fly about. Yes, you can see the story from any angle. Yes, Tristan, have you got the hang of it? Go ahead. So you may. Yes, there you are, Tristan. Well done. Look at you flitting about in the ceiling. Well done. Oh, you are finding your spirit power. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Now, we've passed the intermediate mode. It's time to be expert spirits. Now, being unbound by space and time, you can change beyond your human view to a kind of astral projection. So in order to do it once again, you're going to press down, use your control like a button, pressing straight down, and then you will change the mode once again. And in this one, you can shrink the entire world down to the size of a model so that I look like a little puppet on the stage. So you're going to use if you're in that mode, you can use your middle finger, your spirit grip, put your hands far apart, press your grip down, bring your hands together, and the whole world should shrink. Likewise, if you put your hands together, then use your spirit grip and pull your hands apart. Yes, you'll shrink down to the size of a fairy, and then you can flit about vastly. All right. Now, it's a bit complicated, but I think you can get the hang of it. Wonderful. Well, my goodness. Does anyone not understand? Shake your head if you're confused still, and we'll... No? All right, everyone seems to be catching up. All right, well, let's keep moving on. And there are some really wonderful, my goodness, it is quite jolly in here with all these spirits flitting about. Now, the wonders do not cease because rather than a photograph, what we are about to do just now, this very final performance that I'm going to give, this is the last one, and I'm so glad you're here for this special performance. But if you want to revisit it, we will make that available to you. Just like you see a photograph there, although it's not moving, you'll be able to load up this performance so that it will be moving about you as a 3-dimensional film that you can watch again and again. Now, I won't be able to speak to you, Tony, or Tristan, or Lazuli, or Angela, Carol, yes, I see you all. But you will be able to use these same abilities that you have. All right. Now, I think it's high time that we prepare, shall we? What do you think, Ben? Come in closer, everyone. I know it's warm by the fire, even though you don't have a body. I'm going to ask you all a question. Hello, Arjun. My goodness, you're a precocious little spirit, aren't you? Yes. Don't be shy. That's all right. I'm going to ask you all a question. especially you, Alistair, right? Now, who here is a fanatic for the holidays? Who waits all year and gets a cheery feeling when they arrive? Oh, Lazuli, you're already nodding, and Carol. Yes, you're a bit of a Christmas carol, you might say. And Craig, yes, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, I'm so glad to hear it. I do hope you enjoy tonight's story. All right, now I've got a bit more of a personal question here. It's all right if you don't want to answer. Hello, Tony. I thought I felt a chill. Were you inside my head just now? Watch it now. I don't mind, as long as you don't. All right. Now, in this second question, I want to ask the rest of you, those who didn't answer yes, does anyone here feel a sense of melancholy at the holidays? Anyone? Yes. Ah, Tristan. I see. Natalie, you seem undecided. And then others, yes. I see. Storm, yes. There was a bit of a storm in your mood just then. Well, I have to say, I've experienced some rather melancholy holidays myself sometimes in my youth. And it does bring up a sense of melancholy even now. For you see, it is a time when all should be jolly, but, well, all never are. In fact, those that shouldn't be often are jolly, and those that should be are not. It's quite unfortunate. Well, that's what tonight's story is about. All right. So hopefully it will restore some jolliness to those of you who don't enjoy it, and to those who deserve a good talking to, maybe they will be put in a different perspective. Who knows? What do you think? Is it possible? Maybe. Well, Lazuli, I appreciate your attitude. All right. Now, final question. Who here believes in ghosts? I know you're a spirit just for the evenings, but have you ever seen one? All right, we've got some skeptics here. Got some skeptics. Oh, no, absolutely not from this side. Some seem less decided here. Well, I do ask you to suspend your disbelief here, my little spirits, because who knows what might happen. All right, final question. Are you all... Well, hold on. Our projectionist managing the technology above us, well, not sure, sort of in a fourth dimension of sorts. Beauregard, can you hear us? Well, our projectionist is listening nearby. Now, this is a rather experimental sort of technology, so if the spirit connection is severed at any point, do be patient with us as we restore it, or if you cannot rejoin, merely send us a missive, and we shall do our best to help you. Now, without further ado, let me see your jolly nods if you're all ready to begin. Wonderful. All right then. All right. Well, I think it's time. Let's begin. Marley was dead. To begin with, this must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I'm about to relate. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood, for years afterwards, above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. Oh, no wind that blew was bitterer than he. Nobody ever stopped him in the streets to say with gladsome looks, "Oh, my dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" Ah, bah! Oh dear. But what did Scrooge care? That was the very thing he liked, to edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. Now the door was open that he might keep an eye upon his clerk, who in the next cell beyond was copying letters. And Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one coal. A Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you! Now, this was the voice of Scrooge's nephew. He sort of entered from here, if you don't mind. Again, I don't mind. You can walk through me. I don't feel a thing. Now, this was the first intimation that Scrooge had of his approach. Hello! Bah! Humbug! A Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, surely you don't mean that.
I do. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Well, come then, what right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
If I could work my will, then every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you.
Oh, don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow. Yes? I want nothing from you, but I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
Well, I'm sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute, but I'll keep my Christmas humor till the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Bob.
A Merry Christmas to you, good sir. There's another fellow, my clerk, with 15 shillings a week and a wife and family, talking about a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
This lunatic, in letting Scrooge's nephew out, had let another gentleman in. Now, he was portly, but pleasant to behold, you understand, and now he stood and tipped his hat to him. Yes, have I, Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley? Yes?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years.
Well, at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that, well, we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Many hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir. A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. Yes.
Are there no prisons?
Sir, there are plenty of prisons.
Oh, and the union workhouses, are they still in operation? Yes?
Well, they are. Still, I wish I could say they were not.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it. From what you said before, I was afraid that something had happened to stop them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear it. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
Sir, many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, sir.
Seeing clearly that it would be useless to pursue his point, the gentleman withdrew. Oh my, quite unpleasant, don't you agree, Matt? Meanwhile, the fog and darkness thickened. Perhaps you can see better from up there, Michelle, yes. With an ill will, Scrooge dismounted from his stool as the hour of shutting up the counting-house arrived, and Scrooge tacitly admitted the fact to the expectant clerk.
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose. Well, if it's quite convenient, sir. No, no, it's not convenient. And it's not fair. If I was to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound. Yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
Well, it is only once a year, sir.
Ah, poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier next morning.
The clerk promised that he would, and Scrooge walked out with a growl. Now, melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and he went home. He lived in a gloomy suite of rooms in a lowering old pile of a building. Well, come on now. What are you all doing over there? I taught you how to locomote. We're going to move through these projections together. Yes, Lazuli, you've got Brian. Hello, Brian. Wonderful. Now, as you can all see over here, there is nothing particular about the knocker on the door. You can inspect it yourself. Well, it is rather large, I suppose. Then let anyone here explain to me. Yes, maybe you. Maybe you, ocular migraine. This sounds like your territory. Explain how it happened that Scrooge, having his key in the lock of the door, suddenly saw not a knocker, but Marley's face. Marley's face!
As Scrooge looked fixedly at this phenomenon, it was a knocker again. Pooh-pooh.
Scrooge was not a man to be frightened by echoes, but he did walk through his rooms just to make sure that all was right. No one under the bed. No one behind the chair. No one in his dressing gown, which, well, to be fair, Lazuli, you can see it's hanging up in a rather suspicious attitude against the wall. Then his glance happened to rest upon a bell, a disused bell that hung in the corner of the room, and it was with great astonishment and an inexplicable dread that he saw this bell begin to swing. It rang out loudly, succeeded by a clanking noise deep down below, as if some person were dragging a heavy chain over the casks in the wine merchant's cellar.
It's humbug still! I won't believe it!
Oh no! What do you want with me?
What?
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then? You're particular for a shade.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe me.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. Why, you might be an undigested bit of beef, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are.
Mercy! Dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me?
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. Would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It is a ponderous chain.
Old Jacob Marley, tell me more. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate. A chance and hope of my procuring Ebenezer.
Oh, you always were a good friend to me, thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take 'em all at once and have it over with?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more, and look that, for your own sake, you remember what has passed between us.
The air was filled with phantoms wandering hither and thither and whispering as they went. All right, everyone, this is your big part, yes? So I'm going to give Scrooge the ability to see you for just a moment. So let's give him a haunting he won't forget. Everyone come in nice and close. Yes, go down and mob him. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Who are you? Oh, what is this, Pete? Whoa, why? Get away from me! Get away! Ah! It's so shiny! Why? Ah! Wonderfully done, my little spirits. Oh, whether these phantoms faded into mist or mist enshrouded them, he could not tell. That means that you're invisible again now. Well done. I'm very proud of all of you. Yes, you did train to be expert spirits, I think. Now, Scrooge closed the window, and from the emotion he had undergone, or his or the fatigues of the day, or, well, his glimpse of the invisible world, that's you now, well done, he went straight to bed without undressing and fell asleep upon the instant. Well, first he was very sticky. Come on now. Oh dear, we can't do the show like this, can we? There we are. Shh, 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 shh. All right, well, yeah, well done, everyone. That was a bit of an exertion. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to rehydrate. If you've got something nearby, go ahead and take a draught, and I'll do the same. There we go. Ah, delicious. All right. Everyone's still here? Shall we continue? Yes, let me see you nod, your nods. Yes, wonderful. Let's move on. Now, when Scrooge awoke, it was dark, and he was endeavoring to pierce the darkness when the chimes of a neighboring church struck 12. The ghost had warned him, of course, as you just saw, of a visitation when the bell tolled 1, so he resolved to lie awake until at length it broke upon his listening ear with a deep, dark, hollow, melancholy 1. Light flashed up in the room upon the instant, and the curtains of his bed were drawn aside, and Scrooge, sitting up suddenly, found himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them, as close to it as I am to you right now, Tony. Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
Well, what business brings you here?
Your welfare.
Oh, well, I'm much obliged, but I can't help thinking that a night of unbroken rest would have been more conducive to that end.
Your reclamation, then. Take heed. Rise and walk with me.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. The city had entirely vanished. It was a clear, cold winter evening with snow upon the ground. Oh, good heaven! Wait, I was bred in this place. Oh, I was a boy here. Oh.
Your lip is trembling, and what is that upon your cheek?
A pimple. I beg of you, lead me where you will.
You recollect the way?
I'll remember it. I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it after so many years. Let us go on.
They walked along the road, Scrooge recognizing every gate and post and tree, until a little market town appeared in the distance. Well, you can see it all the way over here. Yes, with its church, its bridge, and winding river.
The school is not yet deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I know. Entering the dreary hall, there was a chilly bareness in the place which, well, associated itself somehow with too much getting up by candlelight and not too much to eat. A door at the back of the house disclosed a long, bare, melancholy room, made barer still by lines of plain desks, and at one of these a lonely boy was reading near a feeble fire, and Scrooge wept to see his poor forgotten self as he used to be. Oh dear. Oh. Suddenly a man in foreign garments, wonderfully real and distinct to look at, stood outside the window, with an axe stuck in his belt and leading by the bridle a donkey laden with wood. Hello! Why, it's dear old honest Ali Baba! Yes, I know. One Christmas, when yonder solitary child was left all alone, he did come for the first time, just like that. Oh dear. Oh, poor boy. Poor boy. Oh, I wish. Oh, but it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. No, nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol outside my door last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas.
They had at that moment left the school behind them. They were now in the busy thoroughfares of a city, and here too it was Christmas time again, but the ghost stopped at a certain warehouse door.
Do you know it?
Know it? I was apprenticed here. Oh, why, it's dear old Fezziwig. Oh, bless his heart. Why, it's Fezziwig alive again. Oh. Yo-ho there! Ebenezer! Scrooge's former self, now grown a young man, came briskly in. Oh, yo-ho, my boy, no more work tonight, Christmas Eve, Ebenezer. Hiley-ho! Clear away, my lads, let's have lots of room here. Oh, there was nothing they wouldn't have cleared away with old Fezziwig looking on. It was done in a moment. The lamps were trimmed, and the warehouse was as bright and snug a ballroom as you would desire to see on a winter's night. In came a fiddler with a music book. In came Mrs. Fezziwig, one vast, substantial smile. In came the three Miss Fezziwigs, beaming and lovable, and in came the 6 young followers whose hearts they broke. In came all the young men and young women involved in the business, and away they all went, 20 couples at once, round and round. Come on, I'm going to need your help. Let's populate the dance floor, no parking. Let's practice some of those moves we taught you, all right? During the whole of this, Scrooge acted like a man out of his wits. Yes, yes. Oh, look at you. Oh, my God. Oh, his heart and soul were in the scene and with his former self. Wonderful dance moves. Yes, I see you bobbing about. Wonderfully done. Scrooge's heart and soul were in the scene with all the people. He enjoyed everything. He remembered everything, and he underwent the strangest transformation.
A small matter to make these silly folks so filled with gratitude.
Small?
Why, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money. Is it so much that he deserves this praise?
Oh, no, it isn't that, Spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing particular. I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clerk just now. That's all.
My time grows short. Quick!
This produced an immediate effect, for again Scrooge saw himself. He was older now, but a man in the prime of life. His face had not the harsh lines of later years, as you see him right now, but it had begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. Now, Scrooge sat by the side of a fair young girl, in whose eyes there were tears. Well, this rule may be a bit of a stretch for me. If anyone is feeling embodied in their feminine energy, maybe come closer so I can borrow some from you. Thank you. Here we go. Another idol has displaced me, and if it can comfort you in years to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve. Well, no, what idol has displaced you? A golden one. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one, until the master passion, gain, engrosses you. Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be so. You are changed. I release you with a full heart. May you be happy in the life you've chosen. No, come back. Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home.
I told you that these were shadows of things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer. He turned upon the ghost, and seeing that it looked at him with a face in which there were fragments of all the faces it had shown him, he wrestled with it. All right, that's enough now. Shh. It was then he was conscious of being exhausted and overcome by an irresistible drowsiness, and further of being in his own bedroom. He barely had time to reel to bed before he sank into a heavy sleep. All right? Shh. All right. All right. Well, you know the drill. Here we go. Everyone, this is a moment for you to rehydrate. Go on. You can take just a few seconds. Here we go. Oh, yes, that was rather intense. I needed that. Everyone still here with me? Shall we continue? Wonderful. Awakening in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore, Scrooge felt that he was restored to consciousness. Come on now, I've got a story to tell. Do you wake up? Yeah? Scrooge felt that he was restored to consciousness in the right nick of time, for the special purpose of holding a conference with the second messenger dispatched to him. When the bell struck one and no shape appeared, he got up softly in his slippers and shuffled to the door. Now, this was his own room. There was no doubt about that, but it had undergone a surprising transformation. You see, the walls and ceiling were hung with living green, that it looked a perfect grove, from which, every part of which, bright, gleaming berries glistened. Oh, and there in easy state sat a jolly giant, glorious to see.
Come in. Come in and know me better, man.
Scrooge entered timidly, and though the spirit's eyes were clear and kind, he did not like to meet them.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the like of me before.
Never.
Have never walked forth with my elder brothers born in these later years.
I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1800.
Oh, it was a tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learnt a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Grab my robe.
Oh, very well. Oh. Scrooge did as he was told and held it fast, and they stood in the city streets on Christmas morning. And here, too, it was Christmas time again. The ghost led him straight to Scrooge's clerk's house, and on the threshold of the door the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's dwelling. Up rose Mrs. Cratchit, dressed but poorly, in a twice-turned gown, but brave in ribbons. She laid the cloth, assisted by Belinda Cratchit, second of her daughters, and now two smaller Cratchits came tearing in, boy and girl, screaming and basking in luxurious thoughts of sage and onion. They danced about the table. Hey, hold on now, hold on. And then in came little Bob, the father, his threadbare clothes darned up and brushed to look seasonable, and Tiny Tim upon his shoulder. Alas for Tiny Tim, he bore a little crutch and had his limbs supported by an iron frame. And how did little Tim behave? Oh, he's good as gold, and better, and better. There you are. He somehow is sitting by himself so much. He thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped the people saw him in the church because it might be pleasant for them up upon Christmas Day to remember who it was that made lame beggars walk and blind men see. Bob's voice was tremulous as he told them this, and trembled even more when he said that Tiny Tim was growing strong and hearty. Mrs. Cratchit left to take the pudding up, and in half a minute she entered, flushed but smiling proudly. Oh, wonderful pudding. Go on, take your seats, take your seats. Everybody had something to say about it, but nobody said that it was at all, well, a small pudding for such a large family. No, it would have been flat heresy to do so. I'm looking at you, Hamburger. Yes. I can see you're a troublemaker. At last the dinner was all done, the cloth was cleared, the fire made up, and the whole Cratchit family drew around the hearth. Come around, my dears, come around for a toast. I'll give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast. Ha! The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I would give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, I would. My dear, the children, Christmas Day. It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, in which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. I'll drink his health for your sake in the days, but not for his. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I've no doubt. It was the first of their proceedings which had no heartiness. Scrooge was the ogre of the family. The mere mention of his name cast a dark shadow over the party, which was not dispelled for a full 5 minutes. But after it had passed, they were 10 times merrier than before. Oh, a Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us. God bless us. Everyone, said Tiny Tim. Spirit, Tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, no. Oh, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Man, if man you be in heart, forbear that wicked cant until you know what the surplus is and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? It might be that, in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child.
Scrooge bent his head before the ghost's rebuke and trembling cast his eyes upon the ground. It was then that Scrooge and the spirit were again upon their travels. Much they saw and far they went. In many homes they visited, but always with a happy end. The spirit stood beside sick beds, and they were cheerful by poverty, and it was rich. In hospital, in almshouse, in jail and misery's every refuge, the spirit left his blessing. It was a long night. It were only a night, but Scrooge had his doubts of this because the Christmas holiday appeared to pass within the space of time that they passed together. It was then that Scrooge looked about him for the ghost and saw it not. As the last stroke of 12 ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting up his head, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him. I am in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are about to show me the shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Well, lead on. Lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me. I know. Lead on, Spirit. The spirit moved away as it had come towards him. The city seemed to spring up about them and encompass them of its own act, but there they were in the heart of it. The spirit stopped beside one little knot of businessmen. "Lo," said a great fat man with a monstrous chin. "I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead." "What has he done with his money?" asked a red-faced gentleman. "Oh, I haven't heard. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know." "It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it." "Oh, I know those men." The phantom glided on. They went into an obscure part of town where Scrooge had never penetrated before, and sitting in amongst the wares in which he dealt in, there was a grey-haired rascal. Scrooge and the phantom came into the presence of this man just as a woman with a heavy bundle slunk into the shop. "Oh, what odds then? What odds then, old Joe? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did." "Oh, that's true indeed. No man more so." "Oh, who's the worst for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose. If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, then why wasn't he natural in his lifetime?" If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying gasping out his last there alone by himself. Yeah, open up that bundle, old Joe. Let me know the value of it. Oh, what do you call this then? Bed curtains. You don't mean to say that you took him down, rings and all, with him lying there? Oh, yes, I do. Why not? He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive, to profit us when he was dead. Spirit, I see the case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now. Merciful heavens, what is this? He recoiled in terror, for he now almost touched a bed, a bare, uncurtained bed, on which, beneath a ragged sheet, there lay something covered up. A pale light fell straight upon the bed, and on it, unwatched, unwept, uncared for, was the body of this man. Scrooge glanced towards the phantom, but its steady hand was pointed towards the head. Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not leave its lesson. Trust me. I beseech you. Let us go. Oh, let me see some tenderness connected with the death. The ghost conducted him through several streets familiar to his feet. They entered poor Bob Cratchit's house and found the mother and the children seated round the fire. Quiet. Very quiet. Now, I wouldn't show weak or I see a father when he comes home, not for the world. I think he has walked a little slower these last few evenings. Yeah, I've known him walk with Tiny Tim very fast indeed. But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that there was no trouble. No trouble. There's your father at the door. Bob was very cheerful with them, and he spoke pleasantly to all the family. Oh, my dear, I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place is. But you'll see it often. I promised him that I would walk there on a Sunday. Oh, my little child. My little child. Spectre, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me what man that was whom we saw lying dead. The phantom led him through an iron gate to a churchyard. The spirit stood amongst the grave and pointed down to one. Before I draw nearer to that stone which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will be? Or are they the shadows of the things that may be only? The spirit was immovable as ever, and following the finger, Scrooge read upon the stone of the neglected grave, his own name. Am I that man who lay upon the bed? Oh no, spirit! Why show me this? Why show me this if I am past all hope? Show me yet that I may change these shadows you have shown me with an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past and the present and the future. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on this stone. In his agony, he caught the spectre's robe. The spirit repulsed him. Holding up his hands in a last prayer to have his fate reversed, he saw an alteration in the spirit's hood and dress. It shrunk, collapsed, and dwindled down into a bedpost. Oh, yeah. And the bedpost was his own. The bed was his own. The room was his own. Best and happiest of all. The time before him was his own to make amends in. Yes, the spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. The shadows of the things that would have been may be dispelled. No, they will be. They will be. I know they will. Oh, I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. Oh, I'm as merry as a schoolboy. Oh, hello. Whoop. Hello there. What's today, my fine fellow? Today? What? Today is Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. Oh, do you know the poulterers? The one at the corner. Do you know if they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging there? Not the little one, not the little one. The big one. Yes, go and buy it. Have them bring it here. Oh, I'll send it to Bob Cratchit's. They shan't know who sends it. Oh, it's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, hello. There's the turkey. Well, that's much too big to carry to Camden Town. You must have a cab. Oh, the chuckle with which he said this and the chuckle with which he paid for the cab and recompensed the boy were only to be matched by the chuckle with which he sat down again in his chair and chuckled till he cried. And finally, he went all out into the street, and he had not gone far when at last he saw the portly gentleman who he had beheld and walked into his counting-house the day before. And, oh dear, no, not him. My dear sir, how do you do? Yes, I hope you succeeded yesterday. You know, it was very, very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you, sir. Mr. Scrooge? Oh, yes, that is my name, and allow me to ask your pardon. And will you have the goodness? Donate 100,000. My dear, Lord bless me, my dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious? If you please, not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you. Will you do me that favor? My dear sir, I don't know what to say. Oh, don't say anything. Please, come and see me. Will you come and see me? I will. Thank you. I thank you 50 times. Much obliged to you. In the afternoon, he turned his steps towards his nephew's house. Fred, it is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I've come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred? Let him in. Why, it's a mercy he didn't shake his arm off. Oh! Oh, nothing could be heartier. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful unanimity, wonderful happiness. But he was early at the office next morning. Yes, he was. If he could only be there early and catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. That was what he had his heart set upon. And he did it. Yes, he did. He was a full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Hello? What do you mean by coming here at this time of day? I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind my time. You are? Yes, I think you are. Step this way, sir, if you please. It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir. Oh. Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm going to raise your salary. Oh, Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you for many a year. I am going to raise your salary, and I will endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a bowl of smoking Bishop Bob Cratchit. Oh, Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, Lazuli, I could tell you were rather concerned about that. To Tiny Tim, Scrooge was a second father. He became as good a man, as good a friend, as the good old city knew. And some people laughed to see the alteration in him, perhaps you, Alistair, but he let them laugh. And little he heeded them, for his own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him. He had no further encounter with lovely spirits such as yourselves, and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us, and of all of us. And so, as Tidy Tim observed,
Thank you everyone. Thank you, my Oh, I have flowers. We have balloons. We have a screen. Oh my goodness. It is a party. It's a celebration. Can I get a round of bobs for a wonderful performance from my co-star, Tarr as Scrooge, and many more. You all have been an amazing audience. And I do
yes,
want
you
to give
have. Thank you
Oh
so
my gosh,
much.
are you
And
back?
you can actually speak to us now by holding
Yes.
down, but not pressing, but holding it down. So go ahead, shoot with any questions. We want to say a huge also thank you to all of the amazing crew, of which we are just the tip of the iceberg. You can see them all here, and you'll see the credits at the end. Amazing crew of camera operators and asset designers and engineers,
Wow.
theater staff, so many amazing, wonderful people. So let's have a nice bobbing up and down for them. Thank you so much.
Round of bobs, round of bobs.
Great work.
So that's the A button. All you have to do is hold down the A button on your controller while speaking. It's a kind of push to talk scenario.
Wonderful job.
Go ahead.
Can you hear
Anything
me?
you want to say?
Oh, yes, I'm hearing someone.
Yay.
Someone is saying wonderful job.
Yes.
Congratulations on a great run.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank
Very
You
good.
want to announce who you are. If you have a question or a compliment, then we'll know, because there's a lot of people, a lot of spirits right now.
Oh, who was that? I'm hearing so many great jobs. This is all so beautiful.
This is lovely. Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you putting this on. Thank you. This is Angela. I'm in front of you.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Angela. This is
Thank
our
you.
5th and final year.
Fantastic job.
This is
Thank
Tanvi
you.
here. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
hear you, Tanvi.
Yeah,
We
I'm
can.
here. I don't think you can see me. I just want to say congratulations. I know how hard you guys have been working on this for many years now, and it's really awesome to see this final form of it. So congratulations, everybody in the Agile Lens team.
Thank you
Thank you so much, Tanvi. We appreciate you. Wow, look at all these screenshots. Honestly, it's
Thank
a
you for putting
bittersweet
this
moment
on.
for sure.
Absolutely.
I know.
I just want to
Are
give
you
a
both
round
in
of
the
bobs
same-
to the Agile Lens team once again, because
Absolutely.
it's been a pleasure working with the talented and amazing, incredible, devoted Tarr. And I have to give a big shout out to everyone we see here on the wall who has also worked so hard on this amazing
Thank you
show.
too, Dippy. Absolutely wonderful work, and just incredible support from our very hardworking staff to make these miracles possible. Really, really wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thanks
You
for
guys in the motion capture rig now?
I think
What was
someone
the
is
question about motion capture?
Are you in a rig now? Where are you in the other world?
Aha, the IRL. So the first year we did this, we were using the XN suit, and then we switched to the Rococo motion capture suit. But everything now is done within a single standalone Quest Pro headset, which is really remarkable. It's the best. I've been specializing in VR acting for theater for over 10 years now, and this is the absolute best rig and best performance setup I've ever had the privilege to use. It's really remarkable. So it's just face tracking, and then the body tracking is done with the Meta headset. If you move in a certain way where you can kind of indicate to the IK software where your weight is distributed, you can communicate where the body is. You can see I can't lift my feet
I saw you guys in
independently, but if I don't,
2021.
Yeah.
What a big difference.
right?
Oh yeah, who was
Yeah,
that?
5 years make a big difference.
2021. Wow, you've been devoted.
That's right.
Listen,
Have
Yeah,
you
we
two
did.
been in these roles all 5 years?
No,
did you
we've
join
been
the
in this
team?
role together for 3 years, I believe. 3 or
That's right.
4? Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the first version did not have. I didn't have a VR headset, so I was literally running blind, as I had to have everything narrated to me, and I couldn't interact with our lovely audience. But this is much preferable. Someday, soon, who knows when the powers that be give us a new face tracking headset, we may be able to experiment with that. But for now, this is, I think, the top of the line. And if one thing I do want to say is we will be live streaming all of our shows on Christmas Eve through the day, and the app will be. If you come back on Christmas Eve, we will be replaying VR show recordings all day. So all of the shows that we've done, we will be playing the 3D recordings, and you can see all of the shows that we have been doing one after the other and check in to see how they're all different. And sometimes there's interesting technical hiccups that have to be adapted to in real time, and each one is unique and wonderful in its own way. So please do join us for that. And also the YouTube channel will have playbacks of the show as well, the same. So we're live streaming both on YouTube and in VR all day Christmas Eve. And it'll also have lots of BTS, if you're curious of how we made it, what it's like to run a VR show behind the scenes. There will be lots of behind the scenes footage and little secrets and Easter eggs that you'll be able to catch.
Your lips stopped moving.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, you can't see
Oh,
his lips
yes.
moving anymore.
Did it?
Let's see.
Kiss,
Oh, yep, your lips
mwah,
did
mwah,
stop moving.
mwah. Oh
Mm-hmm.
dear. Yeah, well, these are some old headsets, you know.
Ventriloquism.
Those are Quest 2s, right? The pros.
Oh, these
The
are,
Quest Pros.
yeah.
They're not the 2s. Yeah, they're not a 3. They're not numbered. They're just the ones
Okay.
with the face tracking.
Do they still make those?
They discontinued making these recently.
Oh yes, and they're taking away features one by one. It's always a bit of a gamble each show, which is lots of fun. But yeah, to your question, yeah, Debbie joined in 2000. What am I doing? I just stopped being. Okay, there we go. Debbie joined 2 years after, and then 2 years ago, the director David Gochfeld, who's there, huge accolades for David. Thank you. He added this sort of switching back and forth mechanic. So then, ever since then, I'm doing double duty and playing 2 roles at the same time to do scenes with myself. So that's been really interesting to figure out.
Yeah, that was fascinating to see you go back and forth like that.
Can
Yeah,
you tell me
very advanced form of disassociated personality.
Can you tell us about the decision to have each character move the other one around? Is that technical? Is it artistic? Is it both?
Are you hearing that person well, Ari? It's a little choppy on my end.
I think I got it. Is the decision to pick up Scrooge and move him around like he's an old tabby cat artistic or functional? The director David here could speak to that, but I think it is the latter. I think it is both artistic and functional. Oh, there's the director. There's some
David?
Also wonderful person named David. We can't hear you, David, if you're speaking, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think the answer is both. We needed to solve a technical challenge, but also aesthetically, I felt it made sense given that he was performing both characters, to make it clear that he was performing both characters.
Thank you. You mentioned this is the last year. So, you hear me?
I heard another question, but it was a little choppy. You want to give it another try? Hold down that A button the whole time.
This is the last year.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I just want to thank you. This is my first time watching this.
and as an Unreal Engine and a theater fan, I'm super inspired. What's the future of VR theater for you now? Like,
What a great
what do you
question.
plan to do next? Do you have any?
Well, I've been teaching immersive education at Centennial College in Canada. So I run the immersive lab there, and we use VR to teach our students and cohorts simulations for entrepreneurial works like pitch presentations, TED Talks, how to pitch their startup. So that's been really exciting. But I'd love to do more creative VR work like this. So I imagine I'll be doing a lot more like immersive entertainment, very much in theater and live performance. Ari, what about you?
Well, this experience, we wrote a paper that was published in ACM, and we did a presentation at SIGGRAPH to talk about the switching mechanic. And having done VR theater now, I've learned a lot of very specific things that are useless if they stay inside my head. So I am right now applying for my doctorate degree to study this more and figure out how to do this with larger systems. As for Agile Lens, this is an incredible tool, and I think that we will be interested in bringing on creators to use the platform. If you see, there is an app that is released. It was made with the Royal Shakespeare Company and called Stage Presence as part of a grant from the I think Creative UK that was used to rehearse one of their new shows. Now they've learned a lot from that, and some of the controls here that we've designed at Agile Lens were used for that production. So I think that now that 5 years of testing have made these tools pretty robust, we're now looking for other collaborators and other theaters and other universities. So if you know any, please do join us, because I think that these tools are too precious and too groundbreaking to go unused. So send us an email, and we'd love to work with you or forward this to anyone else that you can think of, because I think this really is groundbreaking and by far the absolute best VR theater system that's ever been made. I can say with supreme confidence, because I've used all of them, and they don't work very well, except for this one.
Thank you. This was brilliant. I hope I get the chance to perform myself someday.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll send an email to Agile Lens, and we'd love to take your name and know that you keep the fact that you're interested, and reach out to you with further developments. And maybe there'll be a creator program. We'll invite you. Any other questions?
Bravo, guys.
Hello.
Hello. You just want
I
to
see
say hi?
Mr.
Or did you?
Coulomb flying around. Thank you
Sorry?
for the podcast.
All right.
This is ocular migraine. Were the set pieces, were they scanned from real objects, or were they made in the computer generated?
The assets?
Yeah, like the surrounding props, I guess you could say.
It's a mix. It's a mix of the Epic store. So as always with VR theater, you usually start with video game assets, but also, for instance, the stereoscopes were taken from the 3D scans from European museums of that technology, and a lot of this was taken that way. Of course, it has to be optimized way down. So it's really a mix, and I, unfortunately, as the set designer, not being the set designer, I don't have the exact details. Perhaps David could jump in if you want to get really granular about it, but that's the overview. I mean, that's VR theater, right? There's the engineering, and then there's the set building, and then there's the avatars. There's all those different all those different realms. Debbie and I have taught VR theater before at the university level and with a couple programs, and oftentimes with our students. That's been the great blocker. I'm really interested. I just did my MFA and I looked at using AI to produce assets for VR theater in a way that it doesn't produce slop, so you can train your own models and make a maximized output, because it's very difficult to, on a theater budget, to design something that looks like a AAA game, as I'm sure you know. So I think the future of VR theater is now much brighter than it was pre-AI, because it's a lot to manage. But I know that may be a controversial opinion, so.
Well, they may be able
Not
to
trying
use
to-
like that hyperscape scanning to actually bring you to a real theater, and you could fly around. It would really look like one.
Absolutely.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
A lot of potential with this medium for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
We definitely think so, yes. So thank you all so much for coming. I just want to say we're going to send out a survey to everybody who signed up for tickets. And if you guys please take a few minutes and just fill that out, that would really help us as we're planning for the future.
Thank you so much to our wonderful director, David Gochfeld. Round of Bobs. Thank you so
Yay, good
much,
job.
David. You were incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent.
And really great work, guys. Yeah, it's such a delight to watch you every time.
Thank you. All right. I think that wraps it up.
Clap, clap. Thank you all for
We have
coming
burned the
for
tree
our
one more
last
time.
show.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
all for coming. Happy holidays.
Awesome.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Congratulations. Bye.
Job. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.